Hello. Um, this is the 10th year that I've been involved in the Vagina Monologues in Cooperstown, and I began after seeing a show at Hartwick College when I was a senior, and it was life-changing for me. I learned things that I had no idea were going on in the world, and it prompted me to organize and direct the show in Cooperstown. Upon reflection, I realized that my life is filled with kick-ass vagina warriors. The number one being my grandmother, my mama, who is behind me right now, and also my mother. So every single year that I do it for them. Thanks.
The Vagina Monologues gave me the voice and the platform to talk about things I knew were important and powerful, and the pride to just keep talking about them. That's what makes me powerful and important.
Vagina Monologues has done so much for me. It took the idea of believing in myself and feeling beautiful to a whole new level where I actually feel it and I actually believe it. You know, you're rallying together against this issue that's happening here in the US, that's happening worldwide, like violence against women and violence against anybody. Like, you're joining together in this cause, this bigger picture. And I mean, you have these beautiful moments together, and you know, you're making a difference in each other's lives, and you know, ultimately getting out awareness and raising money, and like, that's beautiful. It's beautiful to be able to do something like that together. So I mean, definitely Vagina Monologues was a game changer for me, and some of my best moments and memories are from being involved in it for the last few years. It helped me love myself and to think I'm beautiful, because I am, and it helped me to realize that I kick ass.
When I saw the Vagina Monologues for the first time, I left the theater knowing that I had to become involved. Being a part of the Vagina Monologues for the past 5 years has filled my heart with something that I didn't realize it was missing. I have a much greater appreciation for all women. Our beauty, our complexities, our struggle, our strengths. This show has changed my life, and I am truly grateful for it.
I decided to join Vagina Monologues this year in order to help myself feel more comfortable in my own skin. Being surrounded by amazing, empowered women every single day during rehearsals has really helped me be more comfortable with who I am as a person and be more comfortable with my body.
When I first saw the Vagina Monologues in 11th grade, I couldn't even make the word vagina come out of my mouth. It was just one of those things that I never talked about and didn't even want to hear about, really. But what the Vagina Monologues did for me, first as an audience member and then later as a performer, was to not only learn how to say, shout, really, the word vagina, but how to finally come to terms with having one and with all the wonder and the pain that that entails.
Vagina Monologues really opened my eyes to the incredible diversity of stories that each individual has, and the importance of approaching each person as an individual and recognizing the uniqueness of each person's story helped me recognize the validity of my own life story. The Vagina Monologues changed my life because I learned how powerful women can be when we get together to make a difference, and also that every woman has a story to share, no matter how small. The Vagina Monologues was my first experience with feminism, and it inspired me to become a women and gender studies major and to learn about all the different women there are in the world and how we can really lift each other up. I chose to do Vagina Monologues because it feels empowering to talk about not only myself, but other women who have gone through situations that are similar and yet different from what I have.
The Vagina Monologues on the outset, it was really a challenge. I wanted to challenge myself as an actor. It was kind of a really in-your-face project. What I found there was that I was empowered to, quite frankly, just to be a woman, that was okay, and that I could make friendships and bonds with other women. Strangely, it did leave me vulnerable to those same relationships. Sometimes they're good and sometimes they're bad. So looking for that really special kind of sisterhood bond. I've seen it happen. Some of those things that I desire out of a friendship, any friendship. So, Vagina Monologues, I guess I'm a warrior.
Being a part of the Vagina Monologues taught me the importance of loving yourself, which is a lesson I hope to teach this little girl.
The Vagina Monologues are important to me because we all came out of a vagina, and so we should honor where we come from, and it's the closest thing to a sacred place that we have.
Hi everyone, my name is Ashley and I performed in the Vagina Monologues in Cooperstown in 2013 and 2014, and it was incredible. I was involved in the Vagina Monologues when I was in college. I directed, but once I graduated, I didn't really have a chance to be involved again. So I moved to Oneonta. I hopped around a little bit and then ended up in Oneonta, and my friend said, hey, let's audition. I was like, okay. And I was at a really weird place in my life, so I just could not have imagined the network of incredible, incredible women and how they would save me in a lot of ways. I am so honored and humbled to have been a part of the experience, and I found this crazy network of support and love and passion and laughter, and it changed me in a lot of ways. So thank you so much to my castmates and directors. I'm just so honored to have been a part of it. And best of luck to this year's cast. I love you guys. I miss you, and wishing you the best.
So I participated in Vagina Monologues over 4 years ago, and I actually participated for 2 years in a row, and I can honestly say that the experience was one of the best and most empowering decisions I ever made in my life. I think that the women that I surrounded myself with, and especially Rebecca, for even getting me involved in it, they're some of the strongest women that I've ever met in my life, and they're definitely the greatest role models I have, and the power to choose my own destiny and my own path and have the strength to stand up for myself and other women has led me to be stronger in my life and choose to be an activist and choose to stand up for people. And I think that's the greatest thing that Vagina Monologues teaches us, is to stand up for ourselves and one another. And I'm really, really happy to see that this tradition is still continuing, and I wish I could be a part of it.
I think that everyone needs the Vagina Monologues. I personally need the Vagina Monologues because it gave me a new family that is full of empowered, beautiful, amazing women, and it has, along with those women, given me the confidence to love myself.
The Vagina Monologues allows women to express themselves unapologetically and to establish their place in the strongest tribe on earth. It was really a pleasure to be involved with the Cooperstown Vagina Monologues project, and I wish all of the women who it has touched the best.
This is my fourth production of Vagina Monologues, and got involved with it first time about 10 years ago when a college friend was doing the show over at SUNY Oneonta and needed an actress to fill in last minute for someone who got sick. And it was such an amazing experience. I think I keep coming back because in some small way I feel like I'm being a voice for women who really need a voice in this world. Women are beautiful and special, and this show celebrates them in so many ways and brings light to areas of humanity and womanhood that really need attention. So there's some laughs, there's some tears, but I think it's a great celebration of women.
I was 17, standing on stage in front of a couple hundred people for the first time in my life, with a black mask around my eyes and a red cape behind my back, shouting cunt at the top of my lungs. And ever since, if I ever think about anything that makes me nervous, that has kept me from being successful or undermined my idea of what it means to be a woman and to be strong and powerful, I think about making a room of 200 people shout cunt at the top of their lungs. And I have forever been changed
and been so successful and driven and never ever doubted that I was capable ever since.
Happy 10 years to the Cooperstown Vagina Monologues. I just want to say thank you, audience, for coming to this show and supporting and just hearing the stories of so many wonderful, beautiful women. It's such an important cause, and it's such an awareness that everybody needs to have, and just keep going, keep talking about it. And my last but not least message is be a proud owner of that vagina. Be proud of it. And if you don't have a vagina, just be proud of, just wish you had one. Okay. Peace out. I do the Vagina Monologues because it gives me a chance to fight back against the violence, not only for myself, but for all the women around the world who face it. It also gives me the opportunity to work with kindred spirits, other people who care. Like every woman and every man, I have a story full of challenges and triumphs. I have learned to love and respect myself and my body, but I didn't always. I have been so inspired by the brave ladies in the Vagina Monologues over the years. It takes a lot of guts to accept your glory. As a side note, look at what came out of my vagina. He and it are truly awesome.
The first time I saw Vagina Monologues, I was absolutely blown away. I remember I went to all the performances that year. I saw it over and over and over again. It took me another year in the audience before I had the guts to perform, but once I did, I never looked back. 4 more years, even being a director in college, and the impact has been sustaining and immense. Shows like Vagina Monologues are the reason that I believe in theater's effect on the world around us, and a huge part of why I'm aspiring to be a theater professional and studying at school. And I'll tell you from experience, there's a little something special about what goes on in Cooperstown. Because of the awe-inspiring and beautiful Rebecca Burksialo and many others who work tirelessly to bring Vagina Monologues to Cooperstown, there's something extraordinarily important to be said for the performance. They bring a service to both theater and the community. And as a young woman, Vagina Monologues opened my eyes to the strength, beauty, and power of womanhood. This show is a conduit to the entire network of the strongest women I've ever had a pleasure to work with. Thank you so much to everybody who believes in the power of the vagina. And especially to Rebecca, who has spent 10 years making a lifelong impact on her students, on me, on her cast, and countless others in the community. I love you all, Vagina Warriors.
It's Mia Iverson, and I need the Vagina Monologues because it empowers women, but it also shows their true love and compassion for everyone around them. And I have a new family now, and I have a new confidence, I have a new strength, I have a new state of mind because of this feminism and this opportunity to become stronger and to gain this knowledge that I've always had. I just haven't put to use. I've always been strong, but the Vagina Monologues pushed it out of me. So, thank you, Vagina Monologues, and my Vagina Monologue family. Vagina Warriors.
Hi, I'm Julian Robinson, and I joined the Cooperstown Vagina Monologues for the very first time this year because while we've made a lot of huge steps in the path towards equality, there's still so much that needs to be done. And the sooner that more people accept that and accept how far behind we are, the sooner things can get better.